Hello and welcome back. This is Holistic Vibes and this is your full moon reading. And this is going to be for the sign of Leo. What's going on? So the swans popped out. At least that's what they made it a point for me to see. So what's been going on? How have you been evolving? What have you been attempting to control, shift, alter? What do you need to know for this full moon? And we're just going to dig. Just dig and see what they say and allow it to unfold the way it needs to, right? You may be seeing 1818 as a mirror. So are you balancing between passion, anger, and courage? Do you find yourself wavering between that Richter scale, right? Do you find yourself falling into anger? Is it yours or does it belong to somebody else? These are questions that you're going to have to start asking yourself to kind of, or maybe that's what you need to write for this full moon, right? Is to allow yourself to release those things. Tap into your intuitiveness, your spirituality, and your self-awareness. That's really going to allow you to connect to your third eye energy, your pineal gland, your crown, pulling in cosmic energy a lot easier. If all of this stuff is foreign to you, there is a lot that you can start researching to allow yourself to gain some more insight, right? Oh, this way. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay. You may have Cancer in your chart, they just said. And Pisces. So it very well may be like your Venus and your feminine energy is falling in, like you could be a Leo and then you have Cancer, Libra, or Pisces in your Venus or in your moon. Your feminine energy is what they just said. So take that as it resonates for whoever it is. And if you don't, like, just see what you take out of the message overall, right? How are you gaining a better understanding of where you are right now in your life journey, right? Like, are you ho-hum and brokenhearted, or are you understanding that your soul's song is kind of coming into being? That looks pretty, right? My boy did that. Cat. But your soul's song, right? Every time it plugs into the highest vibration of self and it gathers information, you find yourself going into a state of being where is somebody getting into something that they're not supposed to? When it comes to your heart, when it comes to your perspective and the way that you're processing information, where are you allowing thought forms that are outside of you to impede your forward progress, right? Where do you need to focus on what you want rather than what you fear? And take ownership in that. And allow yourself to pull a higher timeline. He's such a pill. Sorry guys, this is like way harder than what I was thinking with the cats. So, like, who do you have that's like getting into everything, right? In your life, in your work life, in your friendship life, in your own life, in your relationships, like. And it's not necessarily that they mean harm, right? It's that they don't know how to come to a resolution. They don't know how to get to the end process. And there's a struggle with that, right? So it's all about relaxing, finding balance. You have balance twice, by the way. of your spirituality and your practicality, your left and your right brain, and holding that space to allow your personal stuff to finally resolve, right? A lot of people struggle with the once I wake up and I can see truth for what truth is, I can't go back to sleep, right? And the truth is like 90% of the people you know when you first wake up cannot come with you into your new life, because very few people will start to evolve into a state of being where they're going to be on your level. And so, like, how do you still show kindness and gratitude, but also understand that, like, they're essentially impeding your ability to manifest, right? And so, like, how do you love them at arm's length is what I just heard. So, oh, goosebumps. Let's release the upper of the shoulders, because it's hard, right? It's hard to say I love my family, but like they're not helping me grow. Instead, they're re-triggering all my old core wounds and then keeping me in a loop. And as much as I love them, I love me more. And so then you get to a vibration where you then ask for angelic help to manifest like the soulmate that you truly desire, the one that is meant for you. And that old is going to like literally dissolve. Like all of the delays are going to fully disappear so that you can step into a higher timeline with your soulmate. And you just have to understand it's like it's an elongated journey, because the truth is you had to know your value and you had to get to present moment where you were I got goosebumps, manifesting in the instantaneous, right? And you had to go on that road of transformation. You had to look at your priorities and see how people in your life were self-sabotaging to keep you off of your highest timeline, to keep you in a state of delay, right? So it's up to you what you choose and how you operate. And as you go through this recovery phase, right, you choosing a state of self, of highest vibration of self, so that you can then truly release everything that you're holding on to that's been causing you delays, right? And not with anger, not with spite, not with hurt. Like you just release, something's up with the solar plex today, you guys. Everybody's having this issue, and like just breathe it out. Like pull the energy from your feet all the way up to your crown and allow it to unblock, right? Or close your eyes and see a light switch, turn it on and flush all that energy out. And just say it doesn't belong to me. I send it back to wherever it does belong. And that person is going to fill your energy, somebody with family. Something with family and the games that family played. The patterns of control is what somebody just said. Somebody, so I just saw a sliding scale, and they just said from active, reactive, to like calm and methodical. And whoever in your family was one or the other or both, they used it as a form of control to create this warped illusion of a sense of family. Like, oh, you have to do this for the family. And in truth, like that's just a control mechanism to keep you in a stuck behavior, in patterns, so that you're breaking your... It's almost like it's not breaking your patterns. It's more like it's reinstilling the patterns that you're attempting to break. So every time that you discover something, they essentially push something in front of you to keep you in this karmic loop. And they're doing it knowingly, but they're also doing it unknowingly, right? Because they're operating from a sleep program. And so, which ones? Okay. They just said you need a miracle, so I don't know. When I allow others to support me, I support them too. I can release ancient pain simply by feeling it. I love my food loves me, right? So you may be dealing with body shaming, or like overconsumption of food, or overconsumption to like numb emotions, or you could know how to give, but you don't know how to receive, right? So what happens when two givers meet each other? You know, then there becomes reciprocity. And so like, ask yourself in this full moon, like, how do I manifest that kind of love back to me? How do I trust the truth, that the truth is the truth, and nothing outside of me and no one outside of me is impeding me, like, and I am one with the divine, right? And allow yourself to release the anger that you're holding on to, and even ask yourself, like, where is this anger for this part of my family, or this part that I'm still holding on to, because I really want to release it, right? And then if you can get a hold of like a cow magnet, it's called emotional code, right? And so you start at your sternum, like where your ribs split, and you take the magnet and you roll it all the way to the back end of your cranium, or all the way down to your tailbone, right? And you grab it and you roll it all the way over your body, and you drag it, and you just say, like, I release this. I don't want my body to hold it anymore. With acknowledgement, I fully release it, right? And you allow your body to fully let go of those traumatic situations that you've been holding on to. And it's going to literally allow the body to relax and to shift its frequency, so that it's no longer holding on to old conditioning patterns, right? Anything else? Something else. What was that? This one? No. This one. Sorry, it's like I'm using different cards every reading. So there's some kind of inspiration around the home that is going to be unfolding for you. It's a healing journey. Options around children. The crystalline children. Through artwork and flowers. Right? So know that crystalline kids, you could be a crystalline, right? Who's been praying out there to balance scales? It's so weird. I always, like, whenever I see this card, I always think of Aslan, right? And to me, it's like the lion is the representative of God. And it's essentially like God incarnated, right? You are, yeah, wow, okay. And so the thing is like, I just heard my love. Something with the North Star, with the light, with the illumination. Somebody's been candle manifesting their heart's desires, allowing the scales to be fully balanced. 64 is going to be important. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that plays into factor, but 64, 69. Meditate with flowers, calling your ancestors, right? Tom Holland, I think, is the guy's name. He's fantastic in regards to reaching contact with ancestors. He's got some really great practical applications that you can utilize is it Tom Holland? I don't know, that could be an actor. He's the guy who made this deck. I don't know, they said to show it. So this is the deck, and you can get it on like Hay House, right? I wish he would have put his name on it. It would have been lovely. But yeah, so this is the guy. And so look up him, and I would do his stuff, because honestly, like, it's a great starting point. And they're saying that that's something that you are going to need to do. So I would definitely do that. I'm going to leave that there. I hope something with this resonated with you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you soon. Ciao.